YouTube, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl, and today we're going to continue our book review on Chris Green's Retail Arbitrage. This book is very expensive. It's almost $100 to buy. It's very highly recommended for anybody going into retail arbitrage, so I'm really excited to be going through it with you. And today we're going to pick up our discussion with Chapter 5, which talks about understanding the Amazon customer. And I'm so sorry that it took me a long time to get to Chapter 5. I was on vacation, I made a YouTube video series, and picked up lots of inventory and totally dropped the ball on this book. So I'm sorry, but we're back in the saddle again today, and we're ready to talk about the Amazon customer. The chapter is very short and sweet, so let's just get right to it. So Chris Green, in this chapter, he talks about if you, the FBA seller, understand your customer base, the Amazon customer, then you're going to increase your profits and you're going to be able to optimize your margins. So everyone knows that Amazon is one of the best in the nation. They have the best reputation, and the reason they have that is for 5 things. They have the best price normally. They are tax-free for a lot of people. They offer free shipping. They offer 2-day shipping, and you have hassle-free returns. So for those 5 reasons, Amazon has really skyrocketed to the top, and it is a great tool for you to use as a merchandise seller, a retail arbitrage individual to get to, the whole worldwide platform. So these customers, the Amazon customers, they know what they want and they're willing to pay for it. And Amazon offers, when you do searches on the computer for any product, there's a little box that you can click that will show you FBA sellers only. I use this box even as a seller because I want to see my competition. And if I have a book and I'm looking at all the independent sellers, people that aren't FBA, and they're selling the book, it's $3.99, $5.99, $6.99. But when I click on that FBA box and I see my competition with FBA sellers, that same book could be going for $19.99, $17.99. And so now I've tripled my profit margin just by researching it correctly, because I don't want to compare myself to an independent seller because I'm not. I want to compare myself to other FBA sellers, compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges, because they're 2 very different beasts. And I really think that this is what Chris Green is trying to teach us in Chapter 5, is that if we understand our customer base, we can better optimize our listings with FBA, we can make more money, and we can just understand our business moving forward. So, for example, the example that he gave in the book was if you have 100 Amazon customers, half of those, 50%, so 50 customers, are going to be completely loyal to Amazon and FBA people. They do not look at the third party. They do not purchase third party. They have never purchased from a third party. So 50 customers out of every 100 Amazon customers have never purchased from anyone else. That's pretty intense. So what that means for you is if you have a book that you are trying to sell, and there's an independent seller on Amazon selling the exact same book for $10 and $5 shipping, and you're selling that book for $20 and you get free shipping through Amazon, you've already made $10 more. They're making $10 on the book, you're making $20. You've already made $10 more than your independent seller counterpart. Then, in addition to that, the reason why Amazon customers are so much willing to pay more for your book is because, for example, you have that book and the customer orders it today and it's shipped out today. As an FBA seller, I send out your book, you're going to get that book in 2 business days. You're going to get it free shipping. If you have any problems with that book, you have hassle-free returns. You send it back, you get your money back right away. And the other side of that is if you're going to an independent seller, that independent seller will ship out your book today, but it can take 10 days for you to get the book. You have to pay for shipping, and if you have a problem with that book, you're probably going to get the runaround. It's not going to be as hassle-free as Amazon. There's They're really no questions asked. So that is a big difference. You may think, well, it's the same item. Why would anybody pay 33% more for an item? Well, what Chris Green is saying is they're not the same item. Physically, they're exactly the same, but all the factors surrounding them, the shipping time, the free shipping, the customer service, all of those items are different. And so they're really not the same item when it's all said and done. And the customers realize this, and the customers are willing to pay a higher price for it. They know what they want, and they're willing to pay for it. So as an FBA seller, you should be aware that everything that you sell through an Amazon warehouse, through FBA, has all the same perks as any other Amazon item. So if Amazon is offering free shipping, 2-day shipping, whatever they're offering, your items are included in that. You are basically the same as Amazon by being an FBA seller. And these customers will not try to price it out. I also sell on eBay, and sometimes I'm like, well, wait a minute, the eBay price is a few dollars cheaper. And you're right, that's true. They are a few dollars cheaper sometimes. It's not like Amazon has the best price 100% of the time. But the thing is for a customer to have to comparative shop the whole internet and then to look on eBay and have to scroll through all those pages and research the item and make sure it's the same quality, make sure it's the same item that they're looking for. Maybe they have to spend a week bidding on it. Then it's shipped out. If you think about it, most media is shipped media mail on eBay. Media mail can take up to 30 days to get. Most of the time it's 2 weeks, but sometimes it can take 30 days, a whole month to receive. And then if you finally get it and you're having problems with it, it's kind of sketchy. Like, are you going to be able to get your money back? And do you have to open an eBay case? None of that happens with Amazon. And that is worth a few dollars for most people. And that is why they don't comparative shop. They're not looking to save a couple of dollars. They're actually willing to pay more for an item because of all of those reasons that we talked about. And the last thing that Chris Green talked about in Chapter 5, the example that he brought up was deadlines. A lot of people have deadlines, Christmas, anniversary, birthdays. Maybe you're going on a cruise and there's a book that you wanted to read on the cruise. You procrastinated, you don't have the book for whatever reason, you've been busy working, whatever, and you want to get that product. So you hop on Amazon, you have the book in your hand 2 days later, you can take it on the cruise and you can read it. And most people are not mad that they spent a couple extra dollars. They're like super happy, they're grateful, they're thankful that they have the book at all. They know that they procrastinated. They're just happy to have it. They're happy to have their Christmas items. They're happy to have their anniversary gift. They are just grateful and they're willing to pay for that service. So your customers are not the, I want to say 50 cents and I'm willing to wait 3 months to do it type. Your customers as an FBA seller are these amazing Amazon customers that are willing to pay more for a product that's not being shipped media mail, that they're not going to get hassled about. They don't have to research the lowest price. They don't have to do any of the stuff we've talked about. It's easy to be an Amazon customer, and that's why they are so loyal, and that's why they're willing to pay more, and that's why when you list your item, you're going to list it comparative to other FBA sellers because you can ask for more for your item. We haven't even talked about the customers that live in the country that, just don't have access to local retail stores, or the customers that have health issues or they're elderly and they have to have everything shipped to their home, the customers that don't have cars or public transportation, that is easily accessible. There are so many reasons why a customer might be willing to pay more to have the items shipped to them in this fashion, and we haven't even covered any of those. And I think that's what Chris Green is trying to get us to see. It's a different way of looking at it, and you can't look at it like eBay. You can't look at it like you're just an independent seller on Amazon. You really have to start thinking like an FBA that's chapter 5, and I feel like he's still kind of covering the basics. You know, what is Amazon? What is FBA? What types of people are you selling to? I think as the chapters progress, he's going to get more into the meat of retail arbitrage, and which I think is what we're really excited to hear about. But I think these chapters are important, and I'm glad you took the time to listen to this video today, so that we can kind of be getting our heads in the right place before we move forward with our Amazon business. So thanks for tuning in today. I hope you subscribe so that you can get the rest of the book and the other videos that I'm making. And I look